Thanks for watching Policy and Prejudice. My name is Chris Stevenson. I'd like to congratulate, first of all, LeBron James for winning his first NBA championship. LeBron did what he had to do, and I've noticed LeBron upping his game since the end of Game 5 of the Boston Celtics series. Game 6 of the Celtics, and beyond that, he's been unstoppable. Unstoppable. Averaging 30 points a game in the finals and 10 rebounds. That's up there with the all-time greats. But there's a few things that bother me, unrelated to LeBron, really, and his teammates. But it's the choice calls they've been getting. I've noticed favoritistic behavior towards them by the NBA since the beginning of the playoffs. At first, they were getting long days off in between their games during the first round or two of the playoffs. And then in the Boston series, the calls, they became very blatant. I mean, when it comes to the Indiana series, you don't really notice them that much, but Boston Celtics and the Oklahoma City series, it's just amazing. I have no words for it. You know, I have no words for the time that Kevin Durant drove. In one of the early games, he drove to the basket and got fouled twice by LeBron. Elbowed once and pushed it on the same play. And the referee just stood there and called nothing. You know, the times Russell Westbrook, you know, he loves to drive up the middle. He has been hacked to death almost. You know, and I think he only got one call in one game. So, you know, maybe it's programmed, and maybe it's feasible for the NBA to have the Miami Heat and the Big Three to be the NBA champions. And I'm not taking away from the Heat. I have tons of respect for Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, and LeBron James, and in particular Wade, who's played in the playoffs all throughout with injuries. You know, and not to mention legal problems, but. LeBron, this is a different LeBron. Whether you hate him or love him or hate him, this is a different LeBron this year. This is not the same LeBron of last year, and especially year before last. You know, it's just not happening. LeBron James has produced in a way where it wouldn't be possible for him to do it unless he recreated himself mentally and psychologically. And I think at the point where the Celtics had him down 3-2, when the Heat were down 3-2, I think he took a really deep soul search of himself, especially going back to Boston and literally do the impossible, pull out 2 games, and he did it. You know, they did it. But he's the key to that. He knows that. You know, he's the star of the team. He's the main focus, and he came through excellently. He put forward some playoff basketball I have not seen him do ever before. So, I take my hat off to him. You know, the NBA is a funny league nowadays. There are a lot of really good teams. I don't think the Heat are going to win 6, 7, or 8 championships or whatever the case may be. It's possible they can win another one. 2, no. It'll be virtually impossible for them to win 3 championships because of the parity. Number one, teams like Oklahoma are going to be better. Teams like the Knicks are going to improve. Well, maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure about the Knicks. But, you know, there's going to be other teams out there that are going to push them farther. You know, the Utahs, the Chicagos. If the Chicago Bulls can remain healthy, they themselves will be a force to be reckoned with. So, you know, I've always known that most teams have a very small window to win their championships within and to take advantage of their time. And that's what the Heat has done this year, this strike-shortened season. A season where they had to play 66 games in maybe 70 days or whatever the case may be, a very grueling schedule. They came out of it unscathed pretty much. And got a ring for their efforts, and they are to be complimented for that. But like I said, I might have my gripes about the refereeing or whatever, but they made the shots that they had to make. And they also exposed some of the weaknesses of the young Oklahoma City Thunder. I do believe Westbrook and Kevin Durant and those guys, they're going to be back next year. If they all come back pretty much intact, they will compete. They'll once again be in the thick of things. So congratulations, LeBron. You made a lot of people happy, and you have shut up a lot of critics. But on the other hand, my thing is the referee who gave the coach, Eric Spoelstra, I think his name is, the high five, number 13. Who does number 13 work for? For clbTV, my name is Chris Stevenson. Thank you for watching Policy and Prejudice, and you have a good week.